Good night, and welcome back to Ireland fans. This is a review show episode, and we are here to talk football, some bit of transfers, and anything football related, even down to some fantasy football news too. Um, Tonight, from the start, we have more of them in the building, fresh off of another Rodri special. It's fresh off of another Rodri clutch moment. We're gonna be able to discuss that in depth later. But nevertheless, we are here and we are here to talk ball. Moy, what's good?
Things good, as you said, coming off another, a win where we almost kind of gave it away ourselves, but we managed to claw it back. So, yeah, so that was good. It turned out to be a good weekend.
How was the practice session?
No practice, but it was just a meeting,
All
some
right, okay. So
look
so
up.
things looking up.
Same as usual, the starting is same, but, we hope for a better outcome.
All right, well, we move. How did your FPL turn out this week?
Oh, I was just looking on that for us. I got 51 points this week, so that was above average.
Okay,
Um,
I think I checked and I got like 60 something, and I think I'm still outside the top five, isn't it?
you're in what? You're in top three with 185.
Oh,
Yeah, so you have
okay.
Onaya Archibald with
I don't think that's
190.
only you.
Okay, well, yeah, O'Neal with 193, and then Bays in second with 190. Joe with 185. You with 185 also. Mali, and then Mali rounds out the top five with.
Top five. So it's Suko drop. I think Saturday or Suko was up there.
Well, for those of us in Ireland fans, Suko is in sixth with 179. Monchi is in seventh with 174. I'm in 10th with 166. Memphis is in 11th with 156.
All right. Well, I mean, I don't know. I think I had a really good week. When I mean Gusto. I have to learn how to pronounce his name because if he giving me 14 points, I have to learn to pronounce my name. I got points from him, 14 from him. I think Cash also gave me another 14.
Oh, you had cash.
Um, yeah, I had Cash and I had
Wow.
Gusto. I mean, Pickford almost gave me some points, but it's time to get rid of Pickford. To be honest, if I can remember, I mean, Martinelli didn't give me anything, but and Mitoma didn't give me anything either. But
Yo, it's
I think
looking
my
up.
strikers, Jackson finally scored,
Yeah.
and
It was
Haaland
looking
missed a penalty, but he made up
because
for it.
after Chelsea got a clean sheet and I got six on Colwell and then Tottenham started out early. Get a light 12 points from Udogi. I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah. Udogi's on my bench.
Brighton could bring this one home with S2P and getting a clean sheet or an assist. He only gave one. Then,
One.
Richarlison gave me zero. And
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know when they're gonna give up on Richarlison. I've been hearing today a lot of Spurs fans are calling for Son through the middle. So
yeah, and due to Van Dijk's red card, Luis Diaz only played such minutes and gave me one.
yeah,
So
that's true. That's true. That's true. So a couple of things there went right for you, and a couple of things went really well for me. I'm pretty sure Cash is not gonna give me two goals again anytime soon. But those Villa assets look like something special. Look like they could be something special moving forward. But I think they have Liverpool next week.
Rashford made his case and gave me some 7 points for his
Ooh,
assist,
yeah.
which
I think
made me
those
proud
people
of.
who stayed faithful to both Rashford and Bruno, they got their points this weekend. I think Bruno had two goals and an assist. There you go.
Yeah.
And Rashford had two assists.
Yep.
I mean, Nunez, he had two goals this weekend. We're gonna get to that. I can't think of anybody else who stood out. Who stood out really? Maybe Antonio. I mean, James Ward-Prowse is a cheap option. He's on the score sheet again. Well, we're not saying on the score sheet again. He's given returns again, so he could be an
Also,
option moving forward.
continue to do his thing also.
But it's delicately poised. It's delicately poised right there at the top.
I, there's
I
never mind, never mind. I just remember.
I think
Never
I've
mind.
had a really good week considering that I did anybody get any more points than me in the fantasy for this week more?
Let me check again. I believe so. No, how much you got? You got what? 66. No, the closest was just 65 and 64. Were you won the week?
Okay, see, I won the week. I didn't win the week with our prediction battle, but I was able to get myself to the top of the table. I was able to get myself to the top of the table, and even in this, with just 3 weeks gone, you can see that everything is so close. It's been so closely contested because I'm only 2 points ahead of Skill, who had an amazing week. He and Newton, who's done. I gotta tell Suko to put some see if we can put some numbers next to these, so we can know right off the bat. I mean, sad for Jamal at the bottom there. He didn't submit his predictions in time, and decided we said the rules. The rules are you don't submit it by Thursday 9 o'clock Antigua time. It's our local time, then you can't you forfeit the week and there's a -3. So that's why I say -3 points down there for Jamal. So that he finds himself in 15 points and on the bottom. I'm looking for Newton, right? Newton's in fourth, who also had an amazing week. Let me just bring up the results for the week. As you can see, like I said, Newton won the week with 17 points. He had one, two, three predictions spot on. Skill was close as well. He had three predictions spot on as well. He just finished 1 point behind of Newton with 16 points. Of course, I had 13. Jaleel too, he did well. Him and Moy they tied on 12 for this week, and Munchie at the bottom. Even Said who had a good week. But this is where it is. This is where it is. Just 3 weeks gone. The top five is as follows: Shock, Skill, that's true that they're in third, Newton in fourth, and Memphis in fifth. But last place, Jamal in 15th, and the top are just separated by what? This is what? That should be what? That's about 19 points. 19 points just separates it there. So, boy, I was just thinking, what if Skill had played, Skill and Newton? What if they had played their chips, the double game week chips? No, not double game. Yeah, double. I don't know the correct thing for it, but the
Game
double
week.
with the double the game week total. That would be they would because I don't know the 17 and Skill there. I think Skill got 16 points. So if you put 16 on that, that's what 48. I mean, that's a good position to be in, boy. That would
That
have
was
been a good position to be in.
good.
All right, boy. So that's that. I mean, I don't think I'm hearing. Oh, I heard that you probably getting Nunez.
Oh, transfer talk. Yeah, Nunez, he missed the last two training sessions for Wolves. He didn't show up, so then they're waiting to see if he goes to training tomorrow. Well, today for them. To see if they would have to do some disciplinary actions with him because he seems to be forcing the move over.
Pushing for that move.
Yeah,
Okay. He didn't peg me as a type to throw his toys at Wolves. But I'm hearing it seems as if that Salah news, that Salah transfer news to Saudi is heating up. So a purple panel who's been spot on, who's been good, I should say, for the transfer window.
I had
Posted
sides,
something about it earlier.
I had sides of it from a talk show I was listening with Liverpool fans, and one of them was saying that it's Salah. Yes, we don't want to let him go because he's our best player and we know what he can do. But then the other one was saying we won't get this money again for any of our players, and it's best
That's
you.
what.
They was linking it to when they sold Coutinho and they managed to get Van Dijk and those type of people. And they were saying we still have decent backup. You still have like Jota and Gakpo and Nunez. So they say you could sell him and then just go and try filling whatever you had to do with the rest money or buy a marquee
More,
player.
I have this particular theory in my mind, and you can tell me if you agree or disagree. As much as I love a player, I think that every player has a price. Do you agree?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, man. Look, as much y'all know how much I love Gabriel, but if Saudi was to come and say put 100, anything 100 and upwards, I'll say Gabriel, I love you, but hey, see you later. You guys, if Chelsea, as much as it would hurt me, I'm hearing that Chelsea wants Smith Rowe. If Chelsea offers 50 million for Smith Rowe, I can take that and run. I think every player has a price.
But
I mean, look. You struck goal with Haaland, as we've seen last year, and we continue. He has what, three goals so far for the season already, 3 and 3. If Saudi comes and says, you know what, 250 million, I'm pretty sure Manchester City will look at that like, we can take that and invest that because look, you have Alvarez there already too. I think every player has a price. I
I
think every
think
player
that
has a
there's a number of factors that need to go into it, especially if you have okay, they might not be this your backup might not be the same caliber of player as the one you're selling. But if you know
right.
the quality, like looking at let's say Haaland to Alvarez. Alvarez is quality. I think if Haaland manages to pick up an injury, I'm confident enough for Alvarez to go out and do a job for us.
I'm
Just
doing
like
the
I
work.
get sold. They have even like Jota or Gakpo or Nunez that could still
Yeah,
manage the job. Might not do what he does as, goal contributions so massively, but I think they're good enough to pick up a slack and then
I
you
think so too.
and you bring in just restructure the rest team what you need to do.
Fair. Lamar, let's stick with Liverpool and let's start there because that may have been the game of the week. I think that is the game of the weekend. More, let's just go through time by time. I know if you got a chance to see the game or watch the highlights, but the game started and Trent, I would say he got fouled and then he picked up the ball, he threw the ball. By the new rules, that's an automatic yellow card. Granted. Did you see the challenge where he almost like was clotheslining the guy?
Yeah, I saw that. Then I saw there was a lot of debates on the whole Trent situation also for the whole game. And
Would you would you say that's a he should have gotten second yellow there? Would you have given him a second yellow there?
uh not really.
Mm. You see,
I,
just considering that Tommy has got one for less.
yo,
That's that's the
yeah,
best. That's the premise I'm going off of.
and that's the thing, even self I think that was stupid because like the first yellow card warrant to these stuff, especially when the first yellow card is for ridiculousness, that I don't see it should have been a first yellow.
You see, well, you see that I agree. I agree. Because the yellow stuff. I mean, you're taking the passion away from it. But I don't feel like he threw the ball away. I just felt like it was a reaction. And personally, like you don't have to give him a yellow for that. But if you give him the yellow for that, the letter of the law should also dictates that he should get a second yellow. But let's just move on from that. All right. The next thing that happened is
The Harvey
Trent,
Barnes.
Trent, yes, the back pass from Salah to Trent. Trent should control that easily. Trent miscontrols it. Aaron Gardner runs in and he backs it. Comes right up after that. Is that red card for Van Dijk a red card in your opinion?
100%. No stopping him
100%. All right.
opportunity.
So we're not
I
we're not we're not disputing that.
before we move ahead, somebody said it's not really a goal scoring opportunity. But I'm like, what do they expect for you to just go
Boy,
for all?
Carragher was on a madness. Carragher
Like
said you don't know if it was a goal scoring opportunity because he didn't take a touch yet.
all goals could, but you don't have to take a touch though, because if somebody, let's say we're on a corner, okay, let's say for instance, remember the City and the Liverpool game with Salah and Cancelo, right?
Right.
Salah and Cancelo. If Cancelo pull him down, I think the conversation would be different. you're going to say it's not a goal scoring opportunity because he never really mean to do. He still has a long way to go. I could make a case for that. Something could happen because of the amount of long way he could go. But
It
it's getting him.
was like Suku said, he was the last man. By law, it's a red. It's a straight red card. I don't understand what Jamie Carragher was trying to, the point that he was trying to argue, that he should have allowed, because he didn't allow Isaac to control the ball. Then that means he it's safe. He shouldn't be allowed to. It shouldn't be a red card. We have Joe joining us. Moy. Yeah, so
Yeah,
Joe with us on the red card situation there for Van Dijk. So I'm thinking that that's a straight red because he took the man out, not even ball. For me, Prime Van Dijk allows him to controls the ball and then puts his body between the man and the ball and just deals with that. And then I would be left there. My next thing to do was to pick up my phone and put in the group chat. Yeah, so me tell her about Van Dijk. But Van Dijk is not a Van Dijk of before. He fouled him. I feel like he was a bit rushed. He was a bit rushed and he paid the price for it. Because before anybody's coming, Suku says, Carragher bias. So it's obvious he will state otherwise. Yeah, where's point on this?
Huh?
You can't hear me, Joe?
No, you're froze just now.
Oh, I froze. Okay. I was asking you what's your opinion on the Van Dijk.
Well, yeah, you see, like how you spoke about the fact that Prime Van Dijk would have, because my thing is, right, when you watch it, Isaac wasn't necessarily going to the goal because he still kind of had to go around Van Dijk. So my thing is, Van Dijk of all would have just run straight, you understand, as opposed to trying to go across, they run straight and close out the space. And once he get close to anybody, he can chunk it they check.
Right.
But like, yeah, it's almost like, it's like he saw it and any man, he like, boy, okay, man, I'll fall you before you get in the box. Yeah, you understand? Like that may be the thought process. I'm like, what is man in the box? You understand? But then, and get me wrong, no, I think it was, the challenge in itself was soft, and Isaac made the best out of it, but it was a foul. And by the letter of the law, he won behind it. You understand? Yeah.
All right. So that's that. I mean, Newcastle is up 1-0 at this time. I found that their substitutions were a bit strange, especially to take Tonali off. I mean, you're in this tendency. I know they normally go.
Then take off Tonali, then take off Bruno G, then take off.
Exactly.
Yeah, and I'm like, what are you doing? Everyone like I don't win the game.
I would think that, okay, you're down to 10, although Liverpool was still hanging around. Why not go Isaac and Callum Wilson?
Callum Wilson, yeah. Put Isaac on the left, Wilson down the middle, the usual.
That was what I thought that they could have done. But I thought they just let Liverpool back into the game. And Nunez came out. I have in the caption there, the title I should say. Is Nunez that guy?
That guy.
Is Nunez back? Is Nunez that guy? We've all been waiting. We know he had this in him. But guys, those were two clinical finishes. Take nothing away from it.
Like, everybody is like, okay, yeah, he come and he scored 2 goals. That's not what hyped me up about it, What hyped me up about him, but the man, are 2 real good finish. You understand? Like, you can hear what? The first one, right, he go far post. You check? From he turn, and he get the first step, you could see he don't make up his mind what he could do. Yeah. Far post. The second one, he turned and he said, okay, I'll go far post the first time. He expect me to go far post again, and the man go near post. You check? Like, the finishes were good, but it's not even just the finish for me for the first goal. The second goal, sorry. For the second goal, bro, I don't think you can time a run more to perfection.
The ball from Salah was good too, man.
Yeah, no, the ball from Salah was real good, but like half a second more and known as offside.
Yeah.
But he timed him so perfectly. And yeah, that's cool. Big goal. And my thing is no shock. Remember since last season we've been saying, like all banter aside, Nunez have all the tools. He had
Yep.
all the tools. He make all the right ones and then he link up play
Yep.
well. Because apart from the goals he scored, as soon as he creates one goal for Matinga Jota.
Yeah.
You understand? So the man he link up play well and everything. He
He
just
looked
never
good.
put the ball in the back of the net. If
He
you
looked
add
good.
what we saw last season for Nunez to him now scoring them kind of goals, yeah, dog.
And Joe,
Haaland have competition.
and Joe to and Joe to that point. Remember last year we kept saying Liverpool team wasn't always that. Well, the attack wasn't always that strong attack what we see now with Diaz, Salah, and still Jota, Gakpo. They have pieces to move around.
Yeah.
Last year they had to keep chopping and changing because of injuries. Suk is saying Diaz left wing, Nunez centre forward, and Jota right wing. Salah outside the door. And Joe, watch this one here. Paulinia, I am here. I'm glad you're here. We were here last week too, but you weren't here when we were talking about Concedo. We were here.
Check.
Batman was it bubble the ball. Nunez got through and go. Yeah, I think
Yeah,
that was the first
that was
goal.
the first goal.
That was for the first goal.
Yeah,
So
but that came from the press because Nunez may pan the boy like white pan rice.
right. I think that's a big goal. I think that's a big goal for Darwin News, and it'll be interesting to see what club does going forward. Okay, yes, he wasn't in the starting lineup. He came on. He changed the game. I feel like a moment like that, or like those, that galvanizes a player, that pushes him, that gives him the confidence. I mean, start him.
Here's my thing, shot. Like one of the biggest things for strikers are confidence, right?
Yeah.
Bro, after everything that guy went through first season, like what can possibly happen right now that you get his confidence higher than what it is right now? You have to milk that.
Facts.
You have to milk that. You have to milk that. He confidence high now. Next game, he start. Because after all, that's what you bought him for. He was supposed to be that guy. You understand? So if you now, put you back up there and go and give the chances and see what he do. But I was watching something with this guy that on this Liverpool channel. He always fun DR Sports. Can't remember his name.
AGT.
Yeah, AGT. I was watching something with AGT. What AGT was saying is right the same thing he's been saying for a while. He said Nunez is one of them striker that if you give them too much time on the ball, then go overcomplicate. Yeah. But if you put him
instinctive finishes,
shoot instinctively, he can put him in the back of the net. And I think he on point.
All right, that's fine. What that
save though?
I didn't hear that.
I said shout out Allison for the save.
Oh man, yeah, big. Yo, I'm around this fret me now. This man, I love how he runs with the ball. This man, I don't know. If Albert just keeps that level up, easily a top baller.
That was a really good shot.
Yeah, man. That was an Aaron Ramsdale type save.
Yeah, that's the the season so far.
More, let's go to your game because you want another interesting one. Let's keep the interesting ones at the front. A little scary moment there. I mean, I don't think you were home at that point, but how were you feeling when you got that alert and you see, you know what, 1-1? It's just like, I think it was 86 minutes or something.
Yo, before we even reach there, looking at the Saturday games, I think I mentioned it in the group. And then going into Sunday games, I was saying that look at how the results look. It would be like something for this type of game, and you expect like a draw or some kind of funny result. I had that tiny feeling, that something could happen. But I mean, this is a game where City dominated. We had like a barrel whole ton of shots. Emma's never managed to get their first shot till like late in the second half. It was one of those games where Haaland just couldn't really find the back of the net. He ended up and missed the penalty.
Even from the penalty.
Yeah, nevertheless, he managed to get on the score sheet. I have a problem. With the Premier League in this stuff. People are allowed to bang off Haaland and do all kind of things to Haaland, but no foul call. As soon as Haaland rough up one man, yeah, man score foul on the boy. Which, it is crazy.
It's a lot like Shaq more. Because Shaq so big, when a man do Shaq sub in the paint, he never look as bad as if you would look against maybe a Tim Duncan.
Yeah.
Because the man's so big.
Bro, you see the size of Haaland to them, man, dog. Like, come on. What you have to understand no more. When the referee look on that boy, and the referee see Haaland, and then he look and see you, don't they? And the man like, what you could possibly do to Haaland?
What's the advantage that? Yeah, fuck.
For Biggie Haaland, some kind of pinch up and little knocking him back and all kind of something, and I see nothing now.
Yo, but no, I'm surprised about Shaq. I'm surprised that Haaland got you a whole season. And up to now, I see nobody whack the boy. Like a proper whack. Probably because he always in the box, man.
Yeah, man, he runs in them measure. Now when he make you run in behind, in the box he run. You see in the community sheet when he made a run down so on the far side and Saliba run it down, he run, go back to your goal. Because we're afraid the ball. More, I have a question for you. How much? I mean, we see Declan Rice going for 105, Concedo going for 115. How much is Rodri worth now?
Big money.
City would probably find a way to this man.
Because boy, it's not just defensive work, right? And just a long ball ping over the top. The man scoring big goals there.
Yeah,
if one man wants it, how much you getting him for? I think Super saying here, what? Super say 150.
No.
Yo, I honestly think so, but knowing City, we have a tendency of selling our starting players for like way less than what we think the valuation would be.
Exactly. But watch money target. You know that? You know the thing go. I'm gonna get you guys some charge.
But honestly, I think Rodri, in my mind, is City's most important player for me.
Yeah, I remember you saying that.
I know people will say De Bruyne and Haaland, but yo, everything just ticks around Rodri. He's defensively sound. Because if you look at it, up against last season, where a couple teams went on counter-attack, we see the reaction from Pep. Pep legit fling himself to the ground, heads down to the ground. All these things you can see is very impactful. And when he's there, every big game, I'm always calling on Rodri to be defensively sound. But right now, I think he's at this point where he's trying to step the game up because he's even on the edge of the box even more, looking for these out type of shots, especially one like he scored on Sunday, which was very good for him. But once again, the most important player for me, and I think City has probably found the balance with Kovacic and Rodri because I think both of them complement each other.
Rodri, for me, are probably the best day. Like, if I talk about from the farm from last season coming into this season, me personally think Rodri is probably the best DM in the world right now. I believe
Tuesday because Arteta have party. Because Tuesday have a party turn right back.
Believe Rodri just up there sit down. He even had nobody too close. And
man, I run on Casemiro right now. Easy.
Yo, but what Pep was talking about, and if y'all remember the stuff, Pep was speaking about the fact that everybody's been praising Rodri since he came in, but Pep say it's only last season Rodri really go to that other level because he say if you watch how Rodri play now, he now run all over the place like what he used to. Right now, he movement and very well calculated. You know, he know stand up and hold. Rodri now run left and right. He doesn't take his time as the game will go and position himself from early. So just short burst. And then because he now constantly make that run into the box or however, when he do make it, he catch everybody off guard because he just watch it for 60 minutes just to sit down in the hole. Boys, that's cool. And then it just let's go forward and just wheel one top beds.
Let's say when you watch Rodri do.
And if I realize on the board, the score bad goal, all Rodri goal in them a spectacular goal now.
Yeah, facts.
You remember the game when Gabriel get the red card and Jacques give away the penalty. And Rodri scored the winner now.
Yeah, Rodri scored the winner. Clutch, he's been clutch.
there for
Talking about that, let's. Okay, go ahead, more. Finish up.
I was saying he's been up there for those type of goals. They had a lot. I was annoyed and all over the weekend because they had a lot of reactionary City fans to the game, and I found it hard
Uh,
to think. Up to the time the man's news came out that Foden was sickness, with some like belly ache, and he couldn't manage the whole 90. They still found it some reason to think. Yes, he came on, he played, managed to get well the assist, as
mm.
what do we say.
Fantasy,
Yes,
Heavy
is it?
touch, heavy touch, but
yes,
that's cool.
assist. I mean, I we need Foden in the team because he's our creative player that would actually try to drive the ball and try to find the thing. Because our wingers that we have are not really creative wingers that we do what they have to do. Because just with Grealish, yeah, and I'm a big fan of Grealish, but he has to get criticized at times. I would just like to see him, especially on 1v1s, when he has 1v1s, move the ball quicker. Because as he cuts in for shots and wait until the second player come in and then take a shot. So now it's kind of predictable. He needs to go and, get the little left footed stuff right there. And so
Mm.
I have a question to ask you before we move on. I'm
Go ahead,
coming,
bro.
like Grealish and Bernardo. Well, not really comparison, but similarities. I don't understand how one person can get so much hate for basically, as you say, running around the field, and then the other one is there doing the same thing, and he gets a lot of praise for doing it too. I'm not talking down bad on my players, but I just kind of find it hard though.
I mean, I guess it's the price difference. That's the first thing that just comes out. And two, there is an expectation because you saw Grealish doing more things at Aston Villa, like grabbing games by the scruff of the neck and willing Aston Villa to victories. But that's not his role, and that's what I've understood. And I've told you before, Moy, that no, Pepper's now turned Grealish into a 20 million pound player. That's not to say that he is bad, but nobody's gonna go and buy Grealish now for no big money. But Grealish is doing what Pep wants him to do. So if you're a manager, if you're carrying out your manager's ideas and philosophy to the T, you have nothing else to worry about. You just do your job because that's what you're getting paid to do.
I heard the stats even saying with Doku that Pep is looking for players that would transition the ball from defense to attack, and Doku is one of the top 10 players that also does that in Europe.
In
Then you were
Europe,
saying it's
okay.
the same like
Yeah.
Grealish. We move away from wingers doing the attacking stuff. We're just looking for mostly ball retention to do what we have to do and then work it
Hmm.
there.
And who in the league consistently since Grealish has been in the league that do that better than Grealish?
Use that ball.
Grealish,
Yeah, I like a foul Grealish.
our
He pass.
hardest players for dispossess. Because the way
Yeah.
he float with the ball, like Grealish and them the dribble, them are float. And the
Right.
way he just float with the ball, he foot, and he had this ability of every time you try to make an attempt, he just find this way to keep his body between you and the ball. So then where you find with defenders is they get to the point where they get frustrated and then just walk to the player. You understand? And that's why he get fouled so much too. And Bernardo Silva very similar, but then like Shock said, you end up paying $100 million for Bernardo Silva. You understand? So the price difference bring different expectations. Plus, my boy doesn't. I'm a little sharp Portuguese man that come in the Premier League. Jack Grealish,
Fully English.
how is in the media English, English pretty boy. You check.
I love.
So
I love Ron.
he's just different. He's just different.
All right, let's move on there quickly, fellas, to the Arsenal Fulham game. Joe, you see O'Neill saying here Arteta need for cool. They've been very vocal for the entire week, maybe even up to last week too.
Still
They've
are.
been calling and in some factions of the fan base, you can see what they're saying. And fine. However, what Arteta is trying to do can work. On Saturday, it was individual errors. We draw the game. Where you putting the blame, Joe? Is somebody to be blamed, or we just take it on the chin and move?
Yeah, I think it's two sets of people to be blamed. But I think for the game, it's a 50-50 thing because for starters, I think the manager got the lineup wrong. Like, Trossard, for me, should have never started if that's the system you're playing. Trossard would have only been the starter if we were going back to the 4-3-3 from last season. But if that's not what you're doing, I don't see how Trossard starts based on how you've seen the strikers operate in this system. Like, I'm gonna see he fit in it. You check? So then, I think he got that wrong. Got it wrong to the point where he had to sub him at halftime because he realized it not work. Trossard wasn't involved in the game in any way. No. He just run all over the place. Yeah, by the time he gets over here, the man don't switch the ball. He just wasn't up to speed. Understand? Yeah. And then, as well, the fact that when we really started to play football and looked like, them boys again, is when we went back to the old formation. Zinchenko coming in as well. Even with the whole stuff recently, the last goal that Paulinho scored, like, I saw some people saying it. I don't think it's a crazy statement that wasn't going with Gabriel in the box. Because people that like players like Paulinho and them kind of ones are usually where you find Gabriel a mark. You understand?
Yeah. Plus, his organization too.
Yeah, Jack. So, but then my thing is to why I say the blame goes 50-50. I think the manager got certain things wrong, and also I think he maybe waited too long to switch because it wasn't working first half. Go in halftime, come back out, still try the same thing, even though you switch Eddie and whatnot. And then, from your start, transition back to the old formation that, everybody knows. Everything works fine. And I think it plays a part in the fact that with this new formation, it stifles Saka slightly because of the fact that the partnership he would have built with Ben White no longer function the same way because Partey plays right back now. Then Martinelli now
inverted.
Yeah, Partey inverted. And then now you have Martinelli now over there. I try to figure out Havertz because he accustomed to Xhaka, exactly what Xhaka could do. So the minute you brought in, and this is the thing I like. That's what I love about this idea that I had from last season of Odegaard, Vieira, basically double tens is when they both play. What I've realized is Odegaard go pick the passes, but Odegaard first instinct 9 out of 10 times if I go to Saka because then don't have that chemistry. What I find is whenever Fabio is playing, he can look for the passes, but he goes to Martinelli more, and that's because them two men are basically best friends outside of the club. You understand? So then they had that chemistry. Okay, if you realize as soon as Fabio start operate out there, the way he and Martinelli they interchange, like clockwork. So I believe the manager got that wrong in some aspects, but then at the same time you can only blame the manager so much because the manager got it wrong. He made changes. We took back control of the game, took back the lead based on the changes that he made, which means the manager has done his part. Then we go and give away a goal, basically don't play error. Yeah, the man players just not watching what they're supposed to be watching and doing what they're supposed to do. And even more so when you look at it too, you can only blame the manager to an extent based on the fact that both goals were basically individual errors.
Right.
Bad pass back and then even beyond the bad pass back from Saka, up to now, I have no idea what Ramsdale mean they do. Because Ramsdale run like he go towards the man, then he said, no, he can chip me. So he start run back, and then he run back for watch the chip. Then Pereira try for chip, he scuff him to the bag on near post, and then Ramsdale I try for dive go near post. When he body done twist the other way, like the whole song made us chaotic, boss. Whole song made chaotic. But yo, at the end of the day, no. Ultimately, right, the goal don't have to lose no game. Simple.
I mean, if you never win, don't lose.
Yeah, if you can't beat them, just no lose. Simple.
Joe, to that point, just before we move on, my biggest thing about Arsenal is, and I think you mentioned it, is the relationships and the partnerships that we had last year. It's just not there at the start of the season. And yes, we have to remember that Zinchenko hasn't been fit for the season. and Gabriel Jesus has been out. So now I don't know if Arteta would do the same thing if their man may fit. I don't know. But that Ben White, Saka, Odegaard combination, the three, I miss that.
When I line him, I think he would know. But I'm gonna tell you what the problem is. I think he would. But let me tell you what I think the problem is. This new system that we play now, Arteta created that system particularly so that Zinchenko and Timber, so that Zinchenko and Timber could go. And
right, okay.
The
formation, I hear you.
The system we're playing is made specifically for the two fullback and them invert one particular way, which is why Timber came in. So I think Timber doesn't get injured. Nobody's complaining about the system because it's Zinchenko left back and Timber right back. And then you probably have Partey Rice and our Partey Rice whatever. And the system worked different. Honestly speaking,
I didn't remember this, Joe, but I mean we were talking about it, and Eddie is saying here, Gabriel is out due to tactical reasons. In my opinion, he's thinking that it's tactical. We are thinking that it's more to it. Initially, we went around with it. It could be tactical to facilitate what's happening now with the news. But more and more, I'm thinking that there's something going on behind the scenes. Because this man, he played Community Shield.
I feel like he's being punished for something.
I feel so too.
There was some boss up, there was some rule he broke, something, and Arteta big fan.
His head turned because of the offers.
Arteta very big fan this whole trust thing, and he said even if the player suits the system perfectly, if seem like your head there and he feel like he can trust you, he prefer put on next Monday. He always says so. So I don't know if it's punishment. I don't know if it's because the boy see the Saudi check, the boy turn Bassidi.
I mean, Joe, that can turn anybody head. Eddie continues here because when we go to a back three, he would be in the middle of the three, but he's not good on the ball. So that's what his reasoning for it being tactical.
That makes sense, no, because he have to be in the middle because he predominantly play on the left, right? So put it on the right, leave across it, and then you can't put it out on the left because the person that out there who basically play left back, and if you put it out there play left back, you get skin because you know the pace for it.
I mean, he basically played left back for the whole season by himself last year because Zinchenko inverted.
I mean, to an extent. Because
okay, before we continue on the other games, Jonah is making some points here. He says, the kicking away of the ball needs to be penalized, and the gesturing for yellow cards. I like that they're giving yellows for that. The only thing I have with it, and he goes on to say, Joe, you look cute, man. The only thing, Joe and Moy, I should think we're gonna find a lot more. Like we had 2 more red cards this weekend. I feel like we're gonna have more every week. Gonna be 2 to 3 red cards.
Who's the red card?
The dude from our game, the Bassi.
Now it was Southampton, Fulham, the defender.
Fulham, yeah.
And that's what it was. What 3 last weekend?
It was 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. I'm seeing 4.
4 last weekend.
4 last weekend. 1 in Liverpool game, 1 in the Wolves game, 1 in the Fulham game, and 1 in the Arsenal game, and 1 in the West Ham game. Is that 5? It's 5.
Oh.
5 actually. 5 actually last week.
So that is 7 red card in 3 weeks.
And if I go back to the first week, week had 1.
So that is 8 red card in 3 weeks.
The first week had 1.
8 red card in a 3-game week. I realize how crazy that sound.
And I left back with nobody.
Oh, what the joke is that? That's crazy, boss.
Yeah.
8 in a 3-game week.
the Trent one, I don't feel like that Trent was really trying to waste time. The man pushed you down. The man pushed you down. He thought it was a foul, and the ball was right next to him, so he just picked it up and like throw it back on the field. I don't feel like he was wasting time in that one. I don't know.
The thing is with that, because they may give everybody yellow card for that particular thing so easily. Like, you kind of just have to maintain it, even though it might not make sense to all. But then I feel like you do that, and then when the time we actually get a yellow card, you can't give
your second guess right.
You don't give the first one. And not just that,
you try value the sympathy.
The foul from Garden, the challenge from Garden that he didn't give Trent, it was a foul.
That's a yellow.
So then you think about it, right? You remember they say like for straight reds and whatever, VAR can't get involved. But then when you listen to what Mike Dean said the other day on your podcast, he sounds very much although someone not officially come up on the screen. The person in the man here making a boy,
he communicated.
You can't red card for that. We just now see him because then say that VAR can't intervene. But it sounds very much like VAR intervened.
Yeah, they're talking and like, yo.
They can intervene with other stuff and not give cause a thing. They can twist around anything that they want.
Yeah. I mean, Mike Dean throw the whole referee association out of the bus with his comments. The whole one.
Boy, like he just Nicky.
Blatant foul and you were worried about for your partner.
Fellas, we've said that from since VAR came in, that we worry about you, especially when it comes from a senior to a junior to a senior. He's not going to want to show him up. And fellas, all are ya. If Joe run the game, I mean, we not try to up Joe, because Joe might get on game next week.
True.
It's mad. It's mad. Boy, I come to you quickly there. Where Joe, I hear you.
No, I was just thinking about that whole referee thing. Yo, that whole thing, like you said, Mike D just make it. Is like everybody always thought that there was, some tinkering and, so like a sabotage going on in the background. And you basically just come in and just open a whole ant's nest, boss.
Yeah, no.
You just come in and open a whole ant's nest. So now everybody, I want the boy, me right all this time, them man attention. The calling them so. But bro, like, I don't know, boss. This whole thing just crazy. Like, man, understand what you do with the time cutting and all that, but I find that some of the things in them are being too rash. And then I feel like if you're following a guideline, if you have one book of laws, I feel that as one referee, that's a referee Newcastle game, and one referee a referee Liverpool game supposed to tell me that although the rule book say this, because of you personal interpretation, you see them different. So you give the call that's supposed to give. And then the other one he give them because that's what the book say for do. So like everybody needs up on the same wavelength. Like training, everybody is sing the same song.
Consistency. That's how we want as fans now. Little consistency. Boy, I come to you there quickly because I want to ask you quickly before we go on. We have a couple more games to get on in 10 minutes. Alright? So Moy, Razzle Dazzle showed us the dazzle on Friday night.
Yeah.
That's Man City Sterling there. The word on the street, though, Moy, is just Luton.
No much of that, because other players are not stepping up. So Razzle had to show them the team.
But in fairness, he should be.
When he kind of danced through them, that was very good.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. More in fairness, he should be Chelsea's best player. He should be grabbing games and doing whatever he wants, isn't he? Yeah. So Chelsea won 3-0 weekend. Tottenham, they continued they're good run of form. They winning 2-0 at Bournemouth. That was a waste. That made the win a bit more even impressive. Brentford, they had a 1-1 draw to Crystal Palace. Everton and Wolves played to a 1-0. Wolves beat Everton 1-0. And it looks like the handwriting is on the wall for Everton because it doesn't seem as if they're going to score a goal anytime soon. Or even get the 3 points.
Yeah, until I will go play the
Until I will go to say, Joe, my telephone weekend. If I will make them man even take a shot, I'm done with the season, bro. I'm done. I don't even know when I will play them. Just quickly there, Aston Villa, they continue. I think I saw a stat today that Emery has the second most points since last season, since he came to the league. So Emery's doing very well. I think Diaby scored again yesterday and Cash had 2. So they're doing well. I want us to get to, as Jalil puts it here, have y'all talked about Eric Ten Hag's tricky reds yet? You partner don't get try to get even cool, but he not cool. You don't know he's shameless. So let's talk about, as Jalil calls it, Eric Ten Hag tricky reds. I wonder why you say tricky reds, because they were down 2-0 after 4 minutes. They happened to come back, and one of the calls pretty dodgy. Fellas, is that a penalty?
Yo, I didn't think it was, but I was watching it over on Twitter today from some different angles, and it was a foul. Can't argue with it. It was a foul. Rashford actually get fouled.
Like it's tight.
No, don't get me wrong. It was soft. It was soft to an extent, and he made the most out of it. But the physical contact was made.
It looks like from the first angle I saw, like, yeah, straight. That's a pen. But then I saw another one where it didn't seem like there was any contact at all. But what I could say is that a challenge was made, right?
Yeah.
And therefore, you're giving the referee a decision to make. He makes it, and because of the close nature of it, VAR is not going to overrule that because there's no clear and obvious.
It has clear
So,
and obvious.
I can't argue with the call. It just looks a bit sus. What do man say? What? Shaq have 18. What am I just say, big man? Shaq have 18 yards. You know hate I have this weekend. I'm gonna throw 5 for you.
Yo, but
One top.
Come on, ask that question. And I think sometimes when you come to some of them decisions, right? Like for example, the first week with Manu and Wolves, like, and I feel sometimes they must sit down and make a decision and say, like, when they may have to decide about if they might give it a penalty for the honor or something, or then they say no foul and run with the game. And I believe sometimes they must sit down and say, boy, here, if I have to pick the better 2 evils, you check. If I go in United favor, everything all right and have to worry about for them the fans. If I go in a Wolves favor, I'll do the right call, that they are more abuse for the referee because United have a bigger fan base. Yeah. So they man make up their mind, I can deal with some Wolves slander because it's just about 50,000. You check?
Joe, that's I mean they're humans, Joe. So it's not the worst thing ever. It's not the worst take ever, because they're humans and humans reason like that.
Yeah, but on you with the time I'm crazy and choking this in the chat.
I mean, Jolly, you say Joe, they're crazy. You know what? You say here delusion. You say Ona, you still on this Ona and it's not a foul. Jaleel, we don't move on for that. You don't get your teeth.
Yeah, the man go and tell me he respect me for telling me my delusion.
What was what was Onana on? Why was he falling down when the man wanted to eat? Why you just try and make a save?
The Formula 1.
The Formula 1. I saw the meme.
Yeah, it was right. I like when you cut spring, but old time Corolla.
Yeah.
The boy like he didn't try to intimidate you with the job.
I don't understand what's going on, man. But I mean, let's shout out Awoni. This is what 7 games in a row. Again, a 2 big team the man don't score against. So he say, Jonas, this is punishment. This is bad karma for stuff. It's warm to this man. Why are you so pressed? A man can't laugh. I want to drink guitar. You just take a few of a laddie. Fellas, I think this is the last game. I think I've touched on all the other games, but I want to West Ham beating Brighton. Well, West Ham going to Brighton and turning them over.
Yep.
Proper counter-attacking football.
Yo,
Proper counter-attacking football.
as to the stats, passes completed, possession, shots take. Like, bro, West Ham is just clinical now.
Clinical.
Yo, nigga, and Bowen. Last start, looking good. Bowen looked like he panicked.
He kicking out again.
Yeah.
Jolly, you to make you win this weekend. And say Joe laugh, but why Ramsdale move so? I don't feel like that. Then Ramsdale do not with Ramsdale. This Man United.
But believe me, I agree with the man shot. Ramsdale get caught in the 6 mile.
Right, but I mean, what you want the man to do if he get caught in 6 mile? He shouldn't have been caught in 6 mile.
Yeah, but make up your mind.
Grumbling.
You run out after the man. If you go, you go. If you're not,
you can't go.
If you're not, exactly. So if you're not, go back and cover your near post. Cover near
no,
post.
No, Joe, and then covering near post. The man, like you rightfully said, the man tried for chippy. Everybody saw that. So Ramsey they do the right thing.
Chuck, you can't see the near post there.
I don't feel like the man they cover the side and the man catching like a cheeky one. Pereira now, when Pereira shot the ball, Pereira they hope for the best.
Yeah, he's come. But partner, he catch the ball good now.
He catch it good.
He tried and scuff the ball and the ball was going to go.
I mean, Ramsdale body me done this way, yeah. So you try to turn back now. You know, I'm gonna give Ramsdale no hate for that. None at all. Jonas say he happy to see Brighton lose. A lot of people hate Brighton now. Easy day. A lot of people hate Brighton. Man, talk about United for 30 seconds and talk about all the negatives. Moyes and the sink. This is okay. This is a hot take. Let's just go back to here. Is it what are positives from United?
Moyes don't see 20 million.
Rashford on the left is a positive. We know that. Rashford on the left.
Okay, shot got the problem.
Okay, my back again now. Again. Okay, Jaleel, you tell us what are the positives and we'll talk about it. Because I mean, me remember no other some. Me never they watch a game really differently. More is like a sing kudos. It's a hot take. Joe, what do you think? You know, we rate that dude highly.
And he must say, me like that. Going for next season and get him 20 million.
That's it. He must have some kind of clause in his contract. The man says shot standards low. Tell the man stay in one mind. What, bro? I honestly think that Ramsdale, the man is sketchy because he's scoffing. Really and truly. Y'all supposed to big up our home record at OT. Is a fortress again until we play Brighton. I'm not aware of your home record, bro. I'm not aware. Joe, you know more. You know the stat about that.
Yeah, some kind of crazy home record since Ten Hag took over.
Okay.
But yeah, when we kill good damn record, you know. I'm gonna tell you what record, you know, for them, the Anfield record.
Who is RDZ? I want cheeky guy king. Who is RDZ? Oh, Deserby. I think he must be Deserby. He's probably talking about cheeky guy. That's right. That's why people happy. Oh, that's why because I said a lot of people hating on Brighton. We haven't lost at home for 21 games. Okay.
Yo, been there, done that.
I guess that's impressive. But Joe, we would love that because we just keep Joe, I heard a stat about us that there's always four goals at the Emirates every game. But it's just split differently.
Yeah, differently.
Clean that up.
And we had one of the best away records in the whole league.
Yeah. Up to now.
That's shocking.
The man said John is begging me to skip Jaleel comments. Shaq, please, may beg you. Juliet, I want what? 10. Oh, 10 hug sexual. That's a new one. That's a new one. Mount injured is a positive. Oh, what a joke, you tall. Skill coming with the Mount slander. No, left them somebody for O'Neal and them. Them man, they have hate in their heart. Mount injured is a positive. He can't play CDM. Maguire on the bench is a positive. What a joke, you tall. When Arsenal do that, Arteta have only record and them both flex that and them flex about that.
But
Ooh,
I have a question though. I have a
go ahead,
question.
bro.
Everybody going around and slandering Mount. But why doesn't Ten Hag get a slander for playing him there though?
True, but to be fair, a lot of the United fans them first couple weeks, and I didn't hear them that much because they get a W this week. But the lot of them been calling for Ten Hag. I was surprised they were really looking at Ten Hag. But that's a good question, more. At Ten Hag, I picked the team.
Me see
I
man
could
done
see
it.
it,
I've
but
out like
if somebody available comes.
they want to say ETH out already. That's shocking.
Man, his skills sound like one educated guy. What's his position, Moy? What's his position, Moy? Yeah, Moy, he's asking what's Mount's position. Isn't Mount on a 2-8 them on a play?
Yeah, I think Mount is the attacking is the more I don't see a problem with him playing there because
Yo, basically how you look, right? Them man have
do it.
them man double pivot with Mount and Casemiro, and Casemiro basically a hole and Mount a free roam for a play box to box basically. You check. And Mount a lead the press from the midfield. So don't get me wrong, he pressing numbers great. But as O'Neal said, I might not brag about pressing numbers.
60 million for press.
60 million worth of press. So have so much money for clothes now.
This is why the reason I wouldn't slander him so much. Because it's not like he's not playing good, but it's not like United is playing any better. So that's why I wouldn't just solely just slander him because the whole team now play good. That's like Liverpool last season. Couldn't really blame Van Dijk for that because Liverpool now play good.
I'm here for the Mount slander. I'm always here for the Mount slander.
Stop it, bro. Jonah continues, no bias or slander. I'm interested to hear your thoughts. I think the problem with Mount is that he doesn't have a specialized position. Jack of all trades, master of none. Think Jonah may be on to something. Imagine ETH look for get fired, but 1 point behind the Showtime Arteta Reds. Yo, you have a problem. You go to sleep and you think about Arsenal. I dare even say you dream about Arsenal because don't move on from that, bro. I mean, it's 3 games into the season, bro.
Obsessed with that club. That boy Jalil.
Yeah, if you're looking at Arsenal as this stuff, that's sad.
Yeah, that boy might be an Arsenal fan, you know.
Probably.
Yeah,
probably. Jalil said crazy times, man. We playing Havertz. We look, yeah. Who is Eddie? Eddie's an Arsenal fan. He said we playing Havertz 60 million to press too. Yo, the haters are out tonight. We paying Havertz 60 million to press too.
Yo, to be fair, no. Havertz has done more positive than more.
Yo, Havertz individual numbers in his duels. I think maybe he's lost 2 duels in the 3 games he's played. The numbers regarding that is crazy. And personally, I don't want Havertz to start. He's not in our best 11 in my opinion. But when he played, I think Havertz could have 2 assists now if Martinelli was on his game. He's not been the worst.
Remember the same thing you were talking about shot. I sent you the shot from YouTube. And
right.
Arteta was saying the same thing when they were talking about Havertz. Arteta spoke about the fact that if you pay attention to Havertz and his movement, he's almost always open, but we're not getting the ball to him. But at the same time, too, I believe that kind of down to Havertz too, because when you realize you can't see in this space, you play with a certain man that you're not accustomed to play with like that. You have to call for the ball, you have to be more vocal.
Right.
Understand? Yeah, just expect the ball to find you have to be more vocal. So all of that will fix with time now. Ah, that go fit in time.
In time.
And
It's three. It's
tears
three
go sweet.
games.
Yeah,
It's three
tears go
games.
sweet.
Three
Yeah,
games.
tears
Tears
go
go
sweet.
sweet. Jonah continues his distinct quality in his work. It is his work rate. Is that what we need to elevate? Anyway, I hope both. I hope ETH or ETH, he says,
Yeah,
figures it out. And when you don't have a specific thing to actually develop, wow, hear this now. When you don't have anything specific to actually develop and take you into another bracket, you kind of capped. Then no, in terms of potential.
yeah, facts. I go with you, Jonah.
Right, I
I'm
mean,
with
yeah,
you.
because you will never ever be that great. You'll just be like, you know what, hey, you're good, a proper maybe 6, 7 out of 10. Oh,
Yeah,
Eddie say this is Tristan. I guess Tristan map. I'm guessing. Havertz doing things that stats don't show. His
yeah,
first game was amazing. To
yeah.
be honest, skill is saying, to be to be honest with you, I have no problem with Mount. He is a calm. He's not a CM that can sit and relax and play box to box. Havertz I do worse than Mount, but the
No,
narrative now sits right with Ireland fans.
you must be sick in your head. Yo, here what? Hey, man, love stats. So here, I can go for the stats. I'm go for the super score rating and then.
Go for them, for real. Jaleel, no, man, you know, we find Jaleel, the man say me have hate in my heart. But I cannot understand why the other day, City, yesterday, Joe, out of the blue, City a piano. Everybody cool, the group dormant. The man send a message, more. Yo, you all think Eddie and Ketty are better than Alvarez?
But, yeah, you jerk.
I was puzzled. Like, nobody not saying nothing more. Ah, that's so cool. Watch the game thing. Maybe they watch the Villa game. Maybe they watch City game. Next time I see a message like coming, I honestly didn't even know to respond. I have to wait for the other man and to respond, and then I say, okay, no, let me get it here now. 'Cause I was clueless.
It's food for thought. You know that one question on the exam paper that have a rattle your brain. It's that.
But boy, I have no problem if me and Joe message one another and I ask that. Why is he thinking that? Why can't I ask if Hoyland is better than Alvarez? Is like I just don't get when the man just always gravitate to Arsenal.
All of
Yo,
United players are made, so
I'll
there's no
tell you, right? Ketty better
conversation.
than Martial. That's what I'm tell you. And Ketty better than Martial.
Facts.
The best
Jonathan,
ability is availability.
you can be a very good squad player, but then that's it. And that's the price tag, I guess, because I rated someone like G Song very much. Men lie, women lie, but stats don't.
That's good.
Moy ask them what they say. Moy ask them. Moy ask them what they say. He really want Moy for ask them what I say. You hear what? Ask them what they say. I am Moy, we listening.
Shaq and Joe, could y'all please tell me what y'all said to the Eddie versus Alvarez?
What? Joe, go ahead. Joe, to be fair, Joe answer he first. That
Yo,
me
if
clue.
the man asked the question, if he asked if Julian Alvarez, if Eddie Nketiah is better than Julian Alvarez. And I told him it depends on what it is you're looking for. If it comes to an out and out striker, I think that Eddie is the better striker of the two. Right? But if it comes to all around ability and technical ability, then Alvarez clear Eddie Nketiah. That's what I see. Am I wrong with that, Moy? As a City fan, you tell me if I say something wrong.
That's a fair assessment. I can work with that.
I mean,
Then the next question was if
something about Haaland. City have a Haaland.
I think he asked if Haaland have better, if Eddie Nketiah have better
Technical ability, right?
Haaland. And I told him I don't know because Haaland is not usually in a lot of situations where he need to create his own goal and really display his tactical ability. Because usually, do all the work for you. He can just make you
Oh,
one.
yeah. I never see. No, me and Moy talk about this all the time. And skill Joe.
Yeah,
We always tell Moy, look, Haaland not pretty. The man effective.
Yeah, because you go put the ball in the back of the net.
And that is job.
I tell them, man, in terms of tactical ability, I don't know. Because when I see Haaland in a lot of situations have to display tactical ability. However, not saying that Eddie is, but I have seen Eddie on numerous occasions use his tactical ability and technical ability, use the technical ability and create his own chances just by, you know, the way he move, the way he read the game and so on. So I have to say is I don't know, but I know Eddie have decent technical ability. But I can't say the same for Haaland. I'm not going to say he doesn't have it, but he's not put in situations where he has to display it often. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that, Anthony.
Yeah, Joe, as I say in the group one day, I think that man, sometimes they might have problem with comprehension.
Facts.
Comprehension. Jonah continues. Alvarez, I'm not say that man. Jonah. Joe, because you see, I don't have problem with comprehension now. That man love an agenda. And love for get a chance for star one message. And that them look for. Jonah says Alvarez plays strike for World Cup winning Argentina. King, tell them Alvarez does strike for River Plate and Argentina. Just today, this is Eddie saying, just today, someone asked me if I would pick Eddie or Balogun. I said Eddie. So what Haaland used to create the goal against Palace last year?
Yo, me even remember which goal he talk about, but you talk. Just imagine. If I tell you for sure me 5 games where Haaland display technical ability, you can't find 5 of them since Haaland come on the Premier League and show me.
Ma, you remember that?
I'm certain.
Haaland versus Palace. I can't remember the games versus Palace.
Yeah, me neither.
That game was all over the place to me in my head now. I have to see what it is. I have to see which one though.
Alright, let me continue with the comments while more look for that. More just make you know too. Them says tell you them says Saka go better than Mbappe this season. And that is fault. That is fault.
Wait, you bring up something like this already before?
That is fault. More this one of me. So let me tell you exactly what I'm saying, right? And Jordan came in later and backed me up. I think them mommy they asked if who would choose between Saka. If I had a choice to choose between Saka or Mbappe, what would I do? I said if I had to choose one just at the start of their careers, I would choose right now. And Saka wasn't at my club, I would choose Mbappe. But since that Saka is here, I would not trade Saka to get Mbappe at my club. I must say, and I went on further to say, I personally think that Saka is going to be somewhere around Mbappe's level. I don't know if I said this season, but I know this. I said that Saka is going to be around Mbappe's level.
Yo,
boy, one thing is that Jolly youth man, boy, he a very dishonest fella.
Yeah, I agree with you to a certain extent because I even think as much as you would try to disregard the bias from your team, I think it cannot go from the back of your mind because I would say the same thing about Foden. I would not try to replace Mbappe with Foden at any point in time because it's just because you know how important these players are to your team. You know, it's just that.
Okay, Johnny, you can tell that you're crazy, no.
No.
Boy, by the way, he's probably recording this as well as we speak.
More agenda
I think it goes into other mind. Yeah, that okay, we know Mbappe is such an exceptional talent that no young player there around is you can say touch the accolades that he's doing, win World Cup, dominators, whatever there is. But you're looking at Foden for City and Saka for Arsenal. They hold a special place in our hearts and being the upbringing in the
boy, the man want to take the heart out of it. Jonah, that's what Jonah Pine, the man don't want no heart in there. Jalil continue to.
I think heart has to be in there, especially when the player that you're talking about does something to make your heart be in the club.
Boy,
and puts in the ship.
Boy, the man not no good in their heart now because they don't love nobody there in club. Then talk about Glazers. Everything the Glazers. Yeah, Glazers give them 600 million for spend. they lose one game tomorrow, or a Glazers fault because must a Glazers pick the team.
All the same people that you don't want to have heart in, they bring in number of players and nothing come of them. They bring in Sanchez, they bring in
Two
all
years
kinds
ago,
of
when I went, I remember for 2 years ago when Man you bang PSG in the Champions League. The man
no,
they say, oh, you can't separate
you have
Rashford from
over
Mbappe.
it was high.
The man continue. The man is serious, dead serious. When he hold off them two man, man say, oh, Joe, the man say, we lie. The man say, crazy. Man say, pardon, more. I should probably get you the comments before I'll go off. Man say, they crazy. Man say,
Boy, you're crazy now. I'm gonna tell him why. I'm gonna tell
man
him
say,
why.
we smoke crack.
I'm gonna tell
King,
him
me
why.
now. The man say, King, me now watch the show again. Nigga, what? Shall buy. Shock, everything is Glazer's fault. Everything is Glazer's fault. Especially, me gonna have an explain. Me gonna, what you say? Me gonna have an explain. You have explain. No, Jonah. No, Jonah. Next show, you will come on. You will come on and you will eloquently put and calmly too. You come and never stay calm. What will happen? Eloquently and calmly. Eloquently and calmly. As long as Jolly in the prayer. Okay, don't ever Jolly don't forget about irritable. As long as Jolly in Lapanya, I want you to tell me why is it everything is Glazer's fault? Come in to know how I'm gonna start with Glazer's straight.
Facts. Everything is Glazers.
Alright, the man say yeah, he don't mind. So Thursday, I will talk about I'll talk like a Glazers. They're gonna have on like a manual focus.
Put up,
Honestly,
Daddy comments
I
and
like-
then before the talk, guys. You know that go.
I think it's the same discussion.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay, Moy, watch out, Moy. Must see send your screenshot of them Saka go have better season than Mbappe. I think he said Moy must send your screenshot and them must say Saka go have a better season than Mbappe. Niggas are key receipts.
Yo, yeah, here. They sure they're not gonna take it because he look like Mbappe. I mean, go for play. So you would be easy.
Moy, you got jokes. Moy, you got jokes.
Yeah, I hear me saying Moy. Hear me saying Moy. I mean, there's nothing wrong with what I say now. Because here, right? Like I say, because I don't have Saka, if I can get Mbappe for play with Saka, perfect. You check, somebody else can go. But if you come right now and say, yo, I can get Mbappe now, but I want Saka. I have enough faith in Saka to believe that Saka can get to that level. You check, up on the heights there. That my people have to sit down and go through it with Saka. Because also too, Saka has been getting better and better as the time passes. He gets
and
better
that's
and better.
proven.
Every year, next jump, constantly. You check, you can see consistent with your growth. You check, man a score, man don't go score a hat-trick for England and so. You check, you know, long he take some other English boy for score a hat-trick, but don't score, now call nobody name. You check, then kind of some of them more. You check, and then not just that, you can bring in Mbappe, as good as Mbappe be, and Mbappe might come in and play the football. But King man, they love that players like a Saka and them have, and the passion that them man have. You check the place that the club holding them man they have. Mbappe and then you check
that man they look for that.
Just to tell you the way. I don't know if they might think it blows a portion when we say that we would prefer Saka and Foden and so over Mbappe. I don't know if they probably get in the mind that we're trying to say that they're better than Mbappe, but as for me, that's not what I'm saying at all. But just looking at it, if you ask me if I would give up Haaland to get Mbappe, I would quickly probably say yes to more than if you're saying if I'm giving up Foden for Mbappe. I would say no instantly. Because Foden has that heart. I mean, you can't take heart out of it. You cannot take heart out of it.
Man.
And it's even
Foden
hard.
got a blue moon rising.
It's even harder when he's producing for your team. It's not like somebody that is just on a train and just go with the flow. When you reach the destination, I come off with everybody. Hey, if the train is supposed to go there, Foden jumping out to put the train back on track where it's supposed to go. So he has effect to where it is, and that's why I think it comes into.
Alright, so the man ask you a question more. Can right now, more you can get put in the pressure cooking up. The man like we hear nobody reject Mbappe. So basically, you would get rid of Haaland and not, but not Foden.
I would. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay,
I would.
boy, look what we say, yeah. Yeah, I really love man sorry, brother.
I mean, you have
The man say, I really love man boy.
Alvarez as a backup. So what?
Man's
If
the
Haaland,
king,
get-
more
if
win.
Haaland gets sold,
But
next
yo, shot
season,
then kind of man they will
that
sell
don't
their
sound
soul.
right.
Yeah,
They have no
easily.
principle. They have
Easily,
no
no
principle.
principle there. Yeah, easily. Yo,
They have
okay,
they have
yes,
no
Mbappe good. But in a match, no, Mbappe have been with PSG and then we not see a lot to know.
facts.
So in a guarantee that he go work. In a guarantee he go work. Not in life guarantee, but I know I done got.
Dog, I never see I
No,
never
I
see
got.
Mbappe. I never see Mbappe play in the Premier League as good as he been on. I
A
see Saka
call.
playing league week in, week out, no. Next thing you
Okay,
know,
oh,
trade
wait.
they come in and get you
All right,
kick
wait.
bust.
Nesta here. This is an Arsenal fan, and I just read the starting, and I'm intrigued. The Shaq won't like this, but Saka won't get to his highest heights on the Arteta. Oh, this is carve a hole on the show, beef. At this moment, Saka don't even have an RB overlapping him, so he's outnumbered 1v2. I don't think that's that gonna be. I don't think it's gonna be that way for the entire season. I honestly don't think so. So are you saying then, beef? If that happens, if we have a right back overlapping him, that we can get, he would reach his highest of his heights. I think that could be
Yo,
inferred
Saka go just take on the two of them. And that's where you go back.
easily.
I was
I
already
mean, he never had nobody overlapping against Forest. And what the man do? The man just come inside.
This side defense. Look, listen, I'm telling you, boy.
But
yo.
look, to be fair now,
I think that's
Saka had a
something.
golden chance on Saturday, Saka try put his head down by his knee.
Yeah.
I think to elevate his game, I think he would need to, like how Robin had no fear, even if he was going left, and we know Saka can still go by like and do what they have to do. I think he can go. He should start going left without any fear and doing those Robin type shots because
Yeah,
they're not left. I think that's the way
and
for him to pick up his
and
game.
that's what we saw in preseason more, and that's what got me excited. I think versus Barcelona, you had Saka going left, Saka going right,
Yep.
to great effect, and that's what given me the impetus to think that this something could come of this boy. Jalil continues. King, are you in this? Are you in this for principle? Wow, Jalil, you know what? Boy, when the show done, Jonas say, well, when the show done, just go straight to station. But don't tell them you come. You are one criminal. Who is that? Jonah Amoy. Say, King, that's why Madrid win 100 years and I already have zero. Because I will love people. All right. Me surprised from that about Moy though. These Arsenal brainwashing you, bro. These Arsenal fans brainwashing you, bro. He says, Moy, you never love that CL win. King, you have no principles for win that. I say I never had no principles with the CL. See Pep go against the principle and bring Haaland just for win. Haaland is not a Pep player.
Yeah, but remember them, they're the same people say Haaland go miss in the final now. So technically he never do nothing. You check.
Haaland is not a Pep player. I mean, Pep, as great as he is, doesn't make mistakes. So why did he buy him though? If he's not a Pep player.
He learn for any player that Pep say he want, gonna be the duncest man. Anytime Pep say he want him, me have faith in him until I see he done so.
Yo, facts, bro. That's why I'm not King Kai go come good. Against all odds. Give him Yo, King Kai is what, 24? Can y'all give the man some time to grow and develop under a proper manager?
And then man go lackluster MLS All-Star and can't score no volley. That boy what, bro?
Yeah, but the man never want to score no volley. This man score the volley the next day.
Yeah, next day.
Yo, the man played more and don't throw no shade at my boy King Kai now. Because King Kai was really good against you.
Facts.
In the community shield.
That boy can't score against me.
Facts.
Yeah, true, you can't score for real. But I said, boy, everyone, we want to wrap up the show now, fellas. For win CL. because he needed goals in a crazy amount. If Havertz make it, Money May is gonna make it. Okay, maybe. I'm not against that. Lord Shaq, you think Arteta in the same bracket as Pep? I mean, no, not in terms of accomplishment right now, but I think at the end of Arteta's career, Arteta is going to be respected as one of the. I mean, Carl Carnell. I put Pep as the
Yeah,
upper
put your chest
echelon.
for that movement.
No,
They
no,
talk
no. I'm not
about
talking about chess.
Antonio.
And no, Joe. I think Pep. You don't put Pep up there. Pep and like Messi and Cristiano in terms of playing. So that's a for me level. Arteta can be if that's a tier one. Nobody else can enter that tier D. Arteta can be under that tier D. Got so much respect, man, for the man.
Well, you're
Yeah,
talking about current
I said
manager.
the tears now. They might say you have Pinnacle, that's the Pep, and then you have Fergie underneath. Yeah, check. Some people not like hear that, but that's cool.
Yo,
Man,
Joe,
Joe,
if I
nobody can have nothing to say about that.
Fuck,
give Pep a couple more years that Fergie would have in the Premier League, and Pep blow that boy record.
I mean,
fuck.
if Pep, okay, put it this way: if Pep made him at the same time as Fergie, we wouldn't know Fergie today.
Out the park.
I mean,
Facts. Yo,
probably some FA Cups,
no, no, cause them are money long time, you know. So
and
them
yeah, the
money
referee money
yeah,
too. The referee
Right.
money long for days.
yeah.
Beef come back and say, I think Kai will come good, but Arteta shouldn't force him in the team. Bring him off the bench until his confidence grows. Yeah,
That's agree with.
perfect.
Me and
That's
Charles.
perfect. Yeah, we
That's
said
agree.
that on start. Just bring it in. Like, wow.
Yeah, yeah.
I think
One
Arteta
thing
coming
with
like,
it,
yo, he tried to make her like he was an arranged marriage.
Yeah.
Nah, he will come. King, I'm gonna flag this. How to this man, dog? He gonna flag this show. I'm gonna flag this show. This worse than homophobia. Teta with Pep, but Jonah, me crazy. And say what the joke it's as long as you admit Wenger underneath Ancelotti, never that. And
Never that.
and Benitez too.
Yeah, well, when it
What?
comes to that, no. When it comes to that, right, Ancelotti over Fergie too. I'm telling you. When it comes to that.
Wow. The man said Benitez, Wenger under Ancelotti and Benitez.
Yeah,
That's just crazy. That's just crazy. Non-time day for he go on the bench, big money he come in for. Or the big money man put on the bench too. We be good. Study for you some for your player that I done a hype up. I see a partner they done a hype up some hoy something for weekend. And nobody ever hear about you before. And a 3 goal he score, but sure Modric have more goal than he. I'm just trolling. Just trolling. All right, fellas, that's the end of the show. Just quickly, fellas, just before we done, like, because we do it all the time. Well, anybody, any goals stood out for you this weekend? Any standout goal?
Rodri.
Rodri. The man like him back to that bar. Rodri for real.
the first
Yo, I love the Nunez first goal.
That too.
Yeah. I actually like the second goal better.
Okay.
Because he timed the
Why?
run. Yeah, because the first goal, I'm in the bubble up. So the
The
second
one
one,
goal.
the one better. But I'm trying to remember one goal this weekend, boy.
I was saying the
Red
one goal.
boy.
It was a bubble up, or he kind of just drag it with his other foot and finish it with the right.
No, it's the bubble up. He tried to hit it one time, and then the ball come back to him.
Yeah.
Because I was wondering if this man
Bubble up.
too good in close control. Let me see.
I think Tottenham's first goal, the build-up was good too, you know.
The one that Madison score.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if I'm remembering correctly.
The goal, the movement and everything was real good. I agree with that.
Yeah, man. Beef's a big up Island fans. Keep it up. Yeah, bro. You gotta come on, man. You gotta come on, share your views. I know you're over there on Facebook, and I try to stay away from Facebook because that man kind of crazy over there. that man a different kind of breed over there. Me not understand things over there. So maybe you can come and teach me how Facebook football fans think. I'm about to say we need to get a show off YouTube. Then go wonder what if Antique gets crazy or something. Arteta with Pep when Korea done. All right. Wait for it, bro.
I
Wait for
might
it.
be mad out.
This me not matter. Hold on, what this is the last comment that we bringing up. Shock no make Highland outscore Enketia at age mates them be now. There's levels to this, alright? There's levels to this. And I can tell you right now, if Ed, okay, put it this way, just look on the short scale. In the next 5 games, if Eddie starts all in 5 game day, you get 7 goals.
Jeez.
Chess. I'm telling you. Look, put it this, yo, watching and the stats support me. In the first 3 games that we've played, the man has had what 4 big chances and he scored 2. He was unlucky because the first one against Palace, the man they fight off 2 man and the man try and let Nigeria finish with the weaker foot.
Sure. It says right. It gets so funny when the season ends. Our Eddie and Ketia that they get minutes here and there have the same amount of goal as starting striker Hoyland.
When Eddie didn't even cost 72 million.
All may say is, well, wise man once tell me, we will be there.
No matter what. My mommy just tell me, drunk or sober, study a bar. Study for you bar. And now study at the bar. You love Arsenal. Hey, this man love Arsenal, see? This man love Arsenal too much. Let me see what his last comment saying. Let me show you. The man say that's madness. Lord Eddie even score 4 last season. That's cap. That's cap though. Eddie scored more than 4 goals last season. Remember he scored 2 against Man U. But not that. When he scored 2 against Man U, he scored 1 against Brighton. The man scored with about just the league. Because he scored goal in the Europa League, he scored goal in the FA Cup too. But even just the league, Eddie scored more than 4 goals in the league.
He scored 4 in 6 or 4 in 5 for the run.
Oh, he scored against what you call him too? The West Ham game. Remember that where he rolled the man?
Yeah. Now they done 5 goals in him.
Joe on the outside. You're ready now. We'll end the show on this. We will be there. This is one thing. These Arsenal fans, I love to say Ireland fans are Arsenal biased, and that's because we don't run from smoke. Right. We don't run from the smoke. We will be here no matter what. Fellas, we out.
Thank you for watching Ireland Fans. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the notification bell so you'll know when there are new videos and updates. You can also follow us on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and like us on Facebook. Ireland Fans, for the passion of the game.